In the shadowed corners of our world, a creature of legend and fear resides. Its name alone, whispered through generations, conjures images of danger and darkness, the Black Widow. For many, this spider is the very embodiment of arachnophobia, a tiny monster defined by its potent venom and a sinister reputation. But is this fearsome image the whole truth? When one imagines a Black Widow, the image is almost universal. A creature of polished, jet-black armor, adorned with a single blood-red hourglass. This marking is indeed its most famous feature, a stark and beautiful warning to any who might mistake it for a harmless insect. Yet, the truth of its appearance is far more varied than its name suggests. Across the globe, there are over 30 species of widow spiders, and not all of them adhere to this classic somber uniform. Some species, like the brown widow, wear mottled coats of tan and brown, their hourglass of vibrant orange or yellow. Others still, in different stages of their lives, might be adorned with reddish hues or even intricate patterns of spots and stripes. The reputation for danger that precedes the Black Widow is almost entirely built upon the female of the species. It is she who possesses the size, the strength, and the significant venom glands that have cemented their place in human folklore. She is a formidable hunter, a master of her domain, and deserving of our respect and caution. However, her counterpart, the male, is a world apart. He is a creature of startlingly different proportions, often less than half her size, sometimes even a third. His body is slender, his legs more delicate, and his markings are often less pronounced. Crucially, his venom glands are minuscule in comparison, posing virtually no threat to a human. The venom of the female Black Widow is a substance of legendary potency. It is a complex neurotoxin, a cocktail of proteins designed to swiftly paralyze and subdue the insects and other small creatures that become entangled in her web. To put its strength into perspective, scientists have determined that, drop for drop, it is up to 15 times more powerful than the venom of a prairie rattlesnake. This statistic, while startling, requires careful context. A rattlesnake can inject a vast quantity of venom in a single bite, whereas the Black Widow delivers a minuscule amount. While a bite is certainly a serious medical event, causing severe muscle pain, cramping, and nausea, it is very rarely fatal to healthy human adults. With modern medical care, fatalities are exceptionally rare. Given its formidable venom and fearsome reputation, one might assume the Black Widow is an aggressive creature, eagerly seeking confrontation. Popular culture often portrays them as such, lurking with malicious intent. Yet, nothing could be further from the truth. The Black Widow is, by its very nature, a profoundly shy and reclusive animal. These spiders are masters of concealment. They seek out dark, quiet, and undisturbed places to build their tangled, messy webs, the corners of sheds, under rocks, in hollow logs, or within dense vegetation. They have no interest in human dwellings or human contact. A bite almost always occurs as a last resort, a defensive reaction when the spider is accidentally pressed, squeezed, or feels its life is in immediate peril. The name Black Widow is one of the most evocative in the animal kingdom, conjuring a grim image of a deadly spouse. This moniker stems from a behavior observed in these spiders known as sexual cannibalism. The story goes that after mating, the larger female will invariably turn on her smaller partner and consume him. This dramatic act has captured the human imagination and defined the spider in popular culture. However, while this behavior certainly does happen, it is not the ironclad rule that its name suggests. In the wild, it appears to be the exception rather than the norm. Often the male is nimble enough to make a hasty retreat after mating. The behavior is observed far more frequently in laboratory settings, where the male has no avenue of escape. It's possible that consuming the male provides the female with a vital protein boost for her developing eggs, but it is not an obligatory part of their life cycle. One of the most underappreciated marvels of the Black Widow is the material it uses to build its home and trap its food, its silk. This is not the elegant, geometric orb web of a garden spider. The Black Widow's web is a chaotic, three-dimensional tangle, seemingly spun without a plan. But this messy appearance belies an ingenious design. The web is anchored by incredibly strong support lines, and from these hang sticky, elastic trap lines that stretch down to the ground. The strength of this silk is, pound for pound, comparable to that of steel. It is a biological supermaterial, both incredibly strong and remarkably flexible. When an unsuspecting beetle or cricket wanders into these trap lines, the lines detach from the ground and, powered by the tension in the web, hoist the prey into the air. Here it is left suspended and helpless, unable to fight back as the spider descends to deliver its paralyzing bite. In our human-centric view of the world, it can be easy to label creatures as good or bad, beneficial or pest. The black widow, with its potent venom, often falls into the latter category. We see it as a threat to be eradicated. But to remove this spider from its environment is to pull a thread from a complex and finely woven ecological tapestry. The black widow plays a crucial, if often unseen, role in maintaining the health and balance of its ecosystem. As a prolific predator of insects, the black widow is a master of pest control. So we return from the shadowed corners to the light. The black widow, as we have seen, is so much more than a simple villain in a horror story. It is a creature of surprising diversity, a shy and retiring artist that spins silk as strong as steel. If you found the hidden life of the black widow as captivating as I have, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining our community of nature explorers. There are always more secrets to uncover. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. Until next time, stay curious.